All right, guys, what's up? Um, as you can tell, I'm not here right now. Um, I will be out probably the first 4 to 5 weeks for school at the beginning of the year here. My wife and I have twins at home, so I'm going to be pretty busy. You know, up to my eyeballs in crap diapers and all kinds of fun stuff. So I'm going to be out. Everything will be posted here in Classroom. Um, like I said, I got plenty of videos made. If you do have any questions on anything, you can always post, comment on the assignment or send me an email. I'll do my best to be checking those daily. Um, but it'll be a little bit different for this first few weeks. But then I'll be back, and we'll kind of get a little bit back to normal. Um, there might be some days where it'll be like kind of a continuation of the previous lesson into the next day, so there might not be anything technically new posted in Classroom. Um, but we'll kind of work through it. Obviously, these first couple days are a little bit different. Next week there'll be some meetings and stuff that'll kind of throw some things off, and as I'm making this right now, I do not have the schedule for that, so I don't really know when that stuff's going to take place. But we'll work around it. We'll kind of be flexible. You will have like I said, assignments on here. We'll do a quiz. We'll probably have a test just so we don't get too far behind, and then have to cram, later on at the end. So we'll try and kind of get going. So this is, a little bit of introduction here. Obviously, this is AP Macro. A little bit about me. If this computer will work, clicky click. There it goes. Um, so I'm from Wichita Falls. I went to this high school. As y'all know, it will be closing here in a few years, so it'll be kind of a different, sad day for Rider High, but good overall for our kids in this district. That was in 2009, so puts me at about 30 years old. Um, from there, I went to East Central University. That's up in Ada, Oklahoma. I went up there to be on the golf team. So I received a golf scholarship, played golf for them for 4 years, and then graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in History. And then once I did that, I did my student teaching back here in Wichita Falls here at Rider. Worked here as an aide, and then got hired on as full time teacher. So um, nothing great about Oklahoma. If you're a big OU fan, I'm sorry. I do not like you. No, I'm just kidding. But I do have a lot of good friends still in Oklahoma, and that's about the only thing good about it. Other than that, I do love being from Texas and living in Texas. So a little bit more. I'm the golf coach here. If you didn't know, I'm not doing much of that right now, and this is my 8th year. Here at Rider. So gone by pretty quick, honestly. A little bit more about me. Obviously, some of my hobbies would be, obviously playing golf. I do like to play fantasy football. I got my draft coming up here in a little bit. I do like to read mainly history books, not really those books that English teachers make you read, but I get that it's important, I guess, that you read some of those. But history books to me are much more enjoyable. Some of my favorite teams and players and stuff. Probably my favorite athlete would have to be Tiger Woods. He's the greatest. That's a picture of him. On the bottom right, winning the Masters in 2019. Obviously, he's kind of, we're hoping he comes back and plays a little bit. If you didn't know, he had a really bad car wreck several months ago and, broke his leg all into pieces and stuff. So hopefully he'll come back and we'll be all right. And we'll get to watch him play a little bit more. Coming up on football season, so football is probably minus golf, my favorite sport to watch on TV and such. Big fan of the Steelers. Last year was, a nice emotional roller coaster riding high. 11-0, all only to crumble down the stretch. It was pretty brutal. Um, but new year, Najee Harris, first round pick, probably going to be offensive rookie of the year. It is what it is. He's going to win it. Ben's going to look good. Ben Roethlisberger, we're going to be back, and I'm excited for football season. Do you like the Dallas Mavericks? Obviously, Luka, GOAT. Once we get a little bit better team around him, they're going to be all right. We're going to be just fine. We just need to make sure he never leaves Dallas. They should already be building a statue for him as we speak, so he never, ever leaves. The Rangers, what can you say? They're terrible. But we got some good young prospects. They're coming up in the wings. We'll see. If you do happen to go to a game, it's great. I went to a Sunday afternoon game this summer, 1:30 in the afternoon. It was 100 degrees outside. It was a cool 72 in the dome. So get on down to a game. It's a great looking ballpark from the inside. The outside, it looks like a knockoff Atwood's store, but inside, very pretty. And then I like the Longhorns. Obviously, it's been a struggle these last 10 years. I thought Charlie Strong could do better. I like Tom Herman. He's gone. Now we're on Sarkisian, Steve the Shark. Hopefully he can pull it together. We got some good recruits coming in, so we'll see. All right, we'll see. As long as I just hope we can start beating OU again. I'm tired of hearing it from my friends. And the move to the SEC, good and bad. A&M, like always, ducking Texas. Don't want to be around. They don't want to play us. They're scared. Really didn't want us to be in the SEC. Well, we're coming, and we're going to start beating them again, just like we did when they were in the Big 12. We'll probably send them to, the ACC after this. They'll be so upset. So sorry about you A&M fans, but just crybaby just all day long. That's all they do. All right, so some things for the class. Obviously, it's a little bit different with me not being in the room right now, but you still need to be prepared. So like I said, the biggest thing will be, have your Chromebook every day because that's where your assignment's going to be. There's not going to be any paper. Really, I'm not going to be coming up here making copies, giving them to the sub. None of that stuff. So you will need probably a good set of headphones that you can connect to your Chromebook. So, wired, Bluetooth, whatever, because a lot of the stuff will be videos and then, you'll be working on some assignments and things like that. So be on time, be good for the sub. Don't get in any bad habits because then when I show back up, it'll be a lot tougher for you to adjust. Okay. Y'all know the rules on food and drinks and cell phones and all that stuff. So just like I said, be prepared, be engaged. If you do happen to, one thing you could use your phone for if you needed to was, if your headphones won't connect to your Chromebook, you could pull Google Classroom up on your phone, watch the videos on there. Most of the videos I make, I then just upload them to YouTube so they put captions on them. Again, they're auto-generated captions, so they're not always perfect. But you could watch it on your phone with your headphones and then, do your assignment on your Chromebook. So we'll kind of get through these first few weeks. Like I said, I know it's not quite ideal, but, can't really plan, life, and that's just what happens. So we'll make it through though. All right, what do we got next? Like I said, when you go to the bathroom, let's just make sure one person's gone and, use the code if you want. Be good. Don't be an idiot, basically. Be respectful. Like I said, whatever the sub wants you to do in regards to headphones and things like that, that's basically who's in charge. So you're going to do what they say. I'm not here. They're basically the teacher. I'm just posting stuff in classroom for y'all to do. Okay. Watch your language. Obviously things are different, with there being a sub in here every day. When I'm back, there will be times I miss for golf that there will be a sub in here on those days. So just, be an adult, basically, be mature. Y'all are, juniors and seniors. So it's, you're not in that freshman, sophomore category of, we like to be stupid and they just think they're, the funniest thing on earth. Be mature, be adults. You're getting to that stage in life where, you're still a kid, but you also have to start kind of, growing up a little bit. So let's be mature, make sure we can, handle all that. All right. Just handle your business. Like I said, we'll get through it. Obviously, follow the dress code. There's going to be some new things. I think last year, I think they were a little lax on dress code, especially tights and things, things like that, leggings and stuff for you ladies. So I don't think they're going to let a lot of that stuff slide this year. So just heads up. Okay. Days with sub. So yeah, gonna have a lot of those here this semester. Just be good. Like I said, be an adult. Be good. Okay. Things you'll need. Like I said, Chromebook, big time. I don't care how you take notes. With a lot of the notes, they're going to be videos. So you don't like I'm not gonna this AP class I'm gonna teach it kind of like college. I don't make you take notes. I don't make you study. I give you time in class to work on reviews and stuff, and that's kind of your time. If you want to sit there and blow it off, like that's totally up to you. um, like I said, I'm not gonna take your notes up for a grade. If you want to watch the videos and you're good and you don't want to write anything down in your notebook, I mean that's fine. If you want to write it all out, that's how you remember things, I think that's great. That's one of the ways I would remember stuff was writing it. But it's totally up to you. They're going to be videos. The links are going to be in Classroom. You'll be able to go back and look at them and see that. So don't don't feel like you have to take notes and unless you want to. Like I said, I don't care either way. I'm not going to take them up for a grade or anything like that. So that's kind of just whatever works best for you. Okay. Here's the other thing, the two entrances to the school, the cafeteria doors and the front door. Um, I know y'all don't like it, but it just is what it is. Okay. They're really, one thing they've pushed on us is they're really going to start cracking down on propping doors open, letting kids in, band hall, athletic wing, stuff like that, letting kids in those doors. They really don't want to do that, and they're really going to kind of crack down on that if they see you doing that. Definitely going to be some consequences. Last year, maybe not as much, but this year, that is one thing that they've definitely stressed us in our meetings is that they're going to kind of be watching that, propping the door open, letting your friends in, stuff like that. So, hey, take that however you want to take it. Um, you know, like I said, I'm not going to be here, so I'm not going to be the one getting you in trouble, and I'm not going to be the one getting you out of trouble. So just your choice. All right. So basic things that we're going to cover in class. All right. So what we're going to look at here is essentially, supply and demand is a big part of it. Um, you know, we'll look at all that stuff. With this class, we will look at some individual things like how does this affect you as an individual. But for the most part, we're looking, since it's macroeconomics, we're looking at big picture items. So we're looking at kind of how money works, different types of economies. We're really going to look at like GDP, supply and demand. That includes aggregate supply, aggregate demand, currency exchange markets, inflation, all kinds of stuff like that. Interest we will cover, and it's not necessarily part of the AP curriculum, but I do think it's important. We will spend a brief amount of time on investing, the stock market and stuff like that, just because I feel like y'all need to know that, even though it's not something we can spend a ton of time on because it's not really on the AP test for those of you that are taking it. But I think it's important for you guys to understand kind of how the stock market works, why investing is important, why starting it when you're young is important for retirement and things like that, and how to kind of build that bridge to get you to retirement. For my generation, it's like 68, 69, 70 years old when they expect us to retire. Y'all are going to be kind of in that boat too. Right now it's kind of 62 to 65. Or some people are retiring in their late 50s. But as we live longer, modern medicine, things like that, they're going to expect you to work more. You're not going to be able to collect some of those benefits until you're much older. So, do you want to work that long, or would you like to be able to, retire earlier and live off some of this money that you've invested and saved over, 30 years of working, 30, 40 years of working? So you could retire a little bit earlier. So we will, like I said, we won't spend a ton of time on it, but we will do a project where we'll kind of track it, follow it. You'll get to actually invest. Fake it's fake money, but it does follow the stock market daily. So you can kind of see, what would you have made money, lost money, and all that stuff. So it's pretty good. I think you'll like it. But again, we're going to be looking at big picture stuff. Um, like I said, it's going to be a little different these first 3 to 4 weeks. So if you have questions, email me. We'll kind of do our best to get through it. I'll do my best to, get you enough resources and info. Like I said, we will probably have to do some quizzes and tests. I'm not saying that I'm not maybe going to count them as much as a test as if I was here actually instructing you. Um, but I might look at some different ways to count those assessments instead of 60% of your grade type deal. So we'll just kind of see. Like I said, it's going to be I'm going to be kind of going on the fly too. How this all works. I've never had to you know post stuff for basically a month that I would be out. I've missed a week at a time before, but not so and not with this class either, with an AP class. So we'll make it work. We'll get through it. Like I said, again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Um, I'll do my best to be checking it, but it might take me a couple days to respond. So, give me some time. I will be checking your assignments and things like that. But, I'm gonna instead of one baby, I got two at home, and it's gonna be a lot of work. So I'll get to that stuff as soon as I can. But be patient with me. I'll be patient with you, and we'll kind of get through this. All right. So like I said, if y'all have any questions, email me. There's going to be a short little Google form along with this to post, and that wasn't supposed to do that. But I don't know where it is. There it is. Okay, and it's going to be posted along with the assignment. So go ahead and fill that out. It's kind of just a little info, me to get to know you and stuff. Now that you kind of got a little info from me, and then like I said, I'll tomorrow y'all are gonna have to go over some basically paperwork crap. So there won't really be anything in Google Classroom, but starting on Monday, that'll kind of be the start, and then we'll kind of get kicked off and we'll get rolling. Okay. All right. Later.